Let's see, Tales of Rebirth. Light Bottle Production came out with a translation this year, I think. Was it this year? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was this year, yeah.
Yeah. Rebirth is a rather interesting game. It's like one of the Tales game we didn't get. Probably because it was 2D, like with Destiny DC. And that's unfortunate, because I do think the Tales of Destiny DC and Rebirth are rather interesting games. It's a game that deals with racism.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember some people were shocked by that. They were like, this game is about racism. What the hell?
Yep. How it displays that is rather interesting, because in Tales of Rebirth, you could change your party lead just with a touch of a button rather than have to go through the menu. And that has significance, because certain NPCs will react differently to you depending on who you are.
Oh.
Because at first, when this is first introduced, you don't really, if you didn't know what the theme was, you didn't really think it would have to do anything with racial tensions. Because when it's first introduced, it's to remedy going through this city that is rather religious. And one of their tenets was that they cannot speak to the opposite sex unless it's like a close family member. So if you try to talk to them, like a girl with, say, Vague or Eugene, they won't talk at all. They will just be silent. With you only being able to talk to them if you switch to a girl character, like Ann or Hilda. But then, further on, where you get the racial tensions is where this feature gets used a lot, with you being able to see just how prejudiced some of these NPCs can be. It's like, what do you mean, get away from me, human? Oh, filthy Gojima. It doesn't even go just to the Huma and Gojima factions. There is this one town where it's just Gojima. It's just like the Beast People, right? In that town, later down near the 70-80% point of the game, they separate their class system based on other Gojima traits. Like, you have the goat people who are at the top. Gee, I wonder why they're at the top, Mayor. What's that? You're a goat person too? And then you have the bird people. And then you got, the cat people. And then you have, there's some scenes that go a bit harder than I thought. You see this girl, before the whole situation happened, where everybody was still cordial to each other. She was hanging out with this other kid. But then after shit happens, they're suddenly told that they're not allowed to hang out with each other. And she's asking the adults why, and just it's just the way it is. And she said, "Is it because of these wings? Then I'll cut it off." And then she pulls out a dagger out of nowhere, tries to cut off her own arms.
That went way harder than I expected.
Yeah.
Story-wise, talk about a stark contrast from this to DC, night and day in terms of tone.
Mm-hmm. And there are some really interesting characters in the game. You have a really good arc with Anna at first, who just attacks the party because Eugene is in there. Because Eugene apparently, supposedly, killed her father, and he doesn't deny this. But he doesn't attempt to try to kill her. He just tries to knock her out. But then, right as he thinks it's over, she comes to stab Eugene in the shoulder. And he says one of the most badass lines ever. That with him saying that, is this the pain you're feeling from having your father murdered? Then he says, fine, I will not dodge your attacks. You're free to come kill me whenever you can. Make sure your next strike counts. That is a badass line.
Yeah, that's pretty baller.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then you go through the game where Anna has this arc of her having to deal with Eugene, and even her own way trusting him, and how that bond paints her worldview on Gojima, and on her own father's doctor code that was passed down to her. And I would say Tales of Rebirth overall has some really great character writing, especially when you get into the trial sections, because there's a bunch of tries you have to undergo in order to get the MacGuffin or the special power you need in order to rectify the world-altering event that happens at the first half of the game. And everybody goes into this like introspective event, and which give them a lot of character development. And I think almost every character's trial is really interesting. And what's also interesting is like one of the more strong characters in the game, Claire, isn't even a playable character. I mean, she's in your party, but she doesn't actually fight. But her strength of character is so strong that you can still feel her presence when she is in the party. But yeah. And combat system wise, I would probably say this is one of the more interesting combat systems. Because like, how much have you played of Rebirth, Daniel?
Barely.
Barely? Oh, so like
sorry.
there's this like gauge system where it would like if it's higher, it's like make you more offensive, and if it's lower, it makes you more defensive. Throughout the game, there are enemies who you want to fight at a certain gauge level, at a higher level or a lower level. So you're always constantly trying to see which levels you want to fight against the enemy, because like at a higher level you're able to like deal more damage, but you're also going to get hit a lot harder, as well as some other benefits like being able to not defend a block at all if you're at like high tension and stuff like that. And I think how they handle arcane arts is also rather interesting. Because you can only do arcane arts when you're at this specific state, which means you don't really use arcane arts too much. But the arcane arts that you do have do feel very significant, I feel. With them like affecting the battlefield a lot more than your regular arcane arts in the other games. With them like affecting various planes of the 3-plane arena. And there's like a 3-plane arena in this game. There's no jumping, but you always constantly try and go up and down and trying to get behind them or enemy or something like that. And always being wary of your positioning. And overall, I think Tales of Rebirth is a pretty strong title in the series.
How does it compare to Destiny DC?
I would say Tales of Destiny DC has the better gameplay. I do think Rebirth has the stronger characters and story moments.
So they kind of balance each other out.
Yeah. And I couldn't do much of the post game because you need New Game Plus stuff in order to do the post game, but the post game was the usual Tales stuff. Okay, one more Tales game. Tales of Innocence R. You played this a bit, right, Sword?
So I played an English patch of the Nintendo DS version, so not Innocence R.
Oh,
and I got about halfway through it because I don't know how Innocence R is, but the DS version they have like a percentage bar of how far you are into the game. I was I think I was like just over 50%. So I got really far, and I ended up replacing my computer, so I lost all the files and stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
I couldn't beat it. I will say though that I did enjoy what I played of it, mostly in the story department. I thought Innocence had one of the better Tales stories overall from what I played.
I would say Tales of Innocence R overall feels like a typical Tales of game. Like it feels standard, but it feels like well done overall still.
Yeah, that was my takeaway.
I think story-wise, the most interesting part of the story is how all of the party members, well, most of the party members are all incarnations of past significant figures in the past.
Yeah, like of various like mythologies, not real life mythologies, but like within the game's fiction.
Yeah,
like they're mostly reincarnations of those like heroic people from the past, which I think is a really interesting plot point.
and the like interesting part of the story is just figuring out what happened in the past with these heroic figures, essentially, and what made the world the way it is right now.
There was a part I really thought was interesting. Happens like pretty early in the game where it's the main character and the female character. I forgot her name. I think it was like Elia or something.
Yeah,
and
Elia.
The two of them, they get sent to like this training ground where you fight other like reincarnations of people. And what I thought was cool was like they all start to like regain memories of their past, and they want like revenge on your characters for like, oh my god, you killed my father, except it was actually like in their past life.
Yeah.
And they're like very hostile to you. Like I'm like that's really really interesting.
Combat system wise, I feel it does feel pretty standard. The thing that's most unique is how during a combo, if you combo the enemy too much, they will retaliate attack against you. But if you're able to perfect block their retaliate, you do a counterattack, and which can continue your combo. And the progression system, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the skill system of sorts, where you're locking nodes and then learning them. And I will say that for most of the game, you have to be pretty liberal with how much skills you can have, since you don't really have that much skill points to allocate. But besides that, I would say Tales of Innocence are... Oh wait, one more thing. I think the cast of characters, they feel the most like tight-knit of friends who rib on each other. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's good. I like that.
like both, all of them are basically just making fun of each other most of the time when they can. I mean,
They're like ball busters with each other. And the skits, and because of that, it makes the skits really fun too.
yeah. When the serious moments come, they can work together very well. But I do feel like this does feel like how a group of Discord friends would feel like, I guess. You know? Of just
which is a really interesting.
Yeah, of just making fun of each other when they can. You know. And sometimes it can be kind of mean-spirited, but also pretty funny sometimes, you know? But like, it is a rather interesting dynamic, I feel, that you don't usually see in a Tales of game. And yeah, that's basically the new Tales games I played this year. I did replay Arise and playing Zilla Remaster, but those are the games I played before. When you know,
I think we're done with Arise.
Yeah. So overall, which would you say is your favorite game you played this year?
I don't know. That's rough. Played a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah.
It might. I don't know. I think it might be the Tsukihime remake.
Okay. Sword.
It brought me to tears. So I think that says a lot.
And Sword's probably Expedition 33. Am I right?
No. It's not even a question.
If I didn't make it obvious enough.
For me, it's between either Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evilist Chronicles or Tales of Destiny DC. But in terms of new games that I played for the first time, probably Tales of Destiny DC. Like, the story can be it's not like the greatest thing ever, but I do think like what it does offer is really, really good.
Let me amend what I said a little bit. Tsukihime is definitely still my favorite thing that I played this year, but my favorite thing that came out this year is Dispatch.
Okay. If we are talking about games that came out this year, it would probably be Expedition 33 as well. But I
gotta get Daniel on the Expedition 33 train.
Yeah.
I own it. Don't worry. I got it. I'm gonna play it. I promise. It looks like it's 100% my jam.
Like after this year, I'd probably be finished with Tales of Game for a while. At least until
I
the
would fucking imagine. Jesus Christ.
at least until
I would have been done after 2.
At least until Destiny 2 gets translated, you know?
Graces. Like the only team I played Graces, and then I'm playing through Zillia currently, and I'm still working through it. Like I can't even get through 2 in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I played like 5 Tails games. 4 Tails. I could play a complete 4 Tails games. Mind you, 4 of those games I tried to do post game with too. At least I tried to. Innocence R post game I feel is very grindy, so we didn't do that.
Okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this is Peter Cyrus signing off.
Later.
Peace out.